Hey guys, Julie Saillant, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. I've been MIA for a couple of weeks. Had a lot going on. We've had four freaking, do I need to tell you? Four freaking planets in retrograde. It's been insane. I don't know if you guys have been going through it. I don't know what you've been actually feeling, sensing. Some of you may have been going through it on a positive note and you're coming out of it. I'm finally coming out of it. I actually didn't get a lot of downloads this time, but it was physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually draining. I just felt like I was getting attacked on all fronts at all times. And this is part of the ascension process. Each time that we go through a transformation process, you're going to be attacked on every single level of your life, because the only way that you move forward and transform is to break down old patterns that don't serve you any longer, right? Because we have new information, right? If you're new to this channel, let me just say hi before I jump in and go crazy. My name is Julie Saillant. I am an intuitive healer, born that way, gifted. I don't need cards. I'm not a tarot reader, but I am an animal communicator. I help people find their path. My superpower is being able to see any negative energies or any blockages in you, remove that, bring in source, spirit, light, right? I work with helping people just basically build a foundation that works for them, right? They can find their guides, find their soul purpose, and then I help them. One of my superpowers is being able to show you what you can accomplish, right? Because you can't see a lot of stuff for yourself, or you might be able to see it, but you don't know how to get there. But none of us can see all our own stuff. So that's what I do. And here we go by life path numbers. So it's not by zodiac signs. This is for the master life path numbers, 11s. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much. I'm an 11 as well. We all have the same struggles. And if you don't know what your number is, watch one of my other videos. It's basically just your date of birth, right? And you add up all the numbers. But if you guys need any readings, okay, just all that information is down below. I don't want to waste a lot of time because you know where that is, hopefully. And I'm a little bit different. I wanted to try something different today. I've never done it this way, but I was actually told to do this. So I want to try it, something different. And that is, let's talk a little bit about, I always like to go back to who we are and what we are. But before we do that, together with me, let's do this really nicely and quickly. I want you all to center yourself and relax, right? And I just want you to take a deep breath in. And when you take a deep breath in, I really want you to sit up and I want you to think about your heart space and I want you to open your heart. Okay. And the goal is to expand your heart. First of all, bigger than you, bigger than the room that you're in, bigger than the town that you're in. And I actually like to go all the way up to the stratosphere. Okay. Like all the way up, like make your heart as big as you possibly can. So let's just do this. Like take a deep breath in and expand your heart. Expand your heart, see it growing bigger and full of light, beautiful light into your heart. And exhale. Take another deep breath in and expand your heart. Beautiful, beautiful light coming into your heart, and let it out. I have already called in all of my guides for you. We are protected. We've got all the archangels here. Oh, let me just call in my animals. Hold on one second. So I've got Tonka, please come forward. Leo, please come forward. Makari, please come forward. Lena, please come forward. Arctic, please come forward. Sandra, please come forward. Mahitu, please come forward. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. So what I teach people to do also is to call in your guides. And your guides, mine, I always start with the 5 archangels, which I always tell you guys, right? And then I have my team come in, which is all of my spirit animals, my totem animals, and my ancestors as well. And I also would like to ask all of your ancestors to please come forward with any questions, any messages for anyone that's watching right now that you'd like me to deliver. Please also do remember that this is for the collective. This may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, hopefully the next one will, but hopefully you'll get something out of this. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're growing the channel. And now that I'm running on all cylinders again, late at night, we're good to go. I got my Red Bull, I'm good. So let's do this. So you guys know who you are, right? We all know that 11s are the most empathic people on the planet Earth, right? We are, those of us that are empathic, we are bridge builders, right? We're here to connect heaven and earth while experiencing pleasure in the process. We are the gateway to the forest of equals and spiritual peace, because it's about leading leaders and teaching teachers. That's what we do. Okay. Being a master life path number, as you guys know, that means you've been around the block a few times in a good way. That means that you are reincarnated quite a few times. Okay. That also means that your message and whatever you're here to do in the world is going to be bigger and probably broader for a wider audience than a lot of other signs. And it's not that we're awesome and people are not awesome. It's not like that. It's that everyone's at a different path on their spiritual journey. As I always say, remember, you are a spiritual being, right? You are a spark of the divine. You can do anything. You just have to believe it, right? And I believe in you, and I've got your back. And I know the struggles, because if you know my story, I pushed down all my gifts of healing and talking to animals for a long time. And I tried to make it in the corporate world, and I did, but it really took a lot out of me. And then, you know what? I was let go of a really great job, and it turned out to be a blessing in disguise, right? So everything they're telling me to tell you guys, to please remember that there are no failures. There's every single thing that has happened to you, good or bad. There's always a reason for it. And you can always take that information to move forward, because what do we do? Even though we're still star seeds, we're still, maybe not comfortable here. We're not comfortable with other humans because we speak a different language. We look at things differently. We can hide in plain sight. Nobody can see us, even though we're right here, right? Fucking annoying. But sometimes it's stealthy. So, take it for whatever you want. But we have a unique ability, in my opinion, to move to anybody's perspective. I'm very good at this, and I do this with my clients, right? And you guys are the same. I know it. If you're an 11, you can see somebody's perspective. And the whole reason that we want to help others is because we have suffered and we know what that feels like, and it's not fun. And many of us have been made fun of when we were little kids because people didn't understand us and didn't know what to do with us. Even if you were loved and had a great foundation, people just didn't still understand us, right? Because we were different. So a lot of us learn to just shut down. It's like, listen, if you don't understand me, I'm shutting down. The antithesis and other side of this, when you come out the other side of this, which I have, and hopefully you will, is that you get to the point where you don't even have to really bother about that anymore. I tell you something, the other day, I was talking to somebody about this, and because I'm an animal communicator, there was a dog that came through where I was, and this was a service dog, and he was with an older guy, probably like in his 65, 70 years old. And the dog, I ran to the dog because I love animals, right? I'm like, oh, animals over people, right? And well, I'm a communicator, right? So I walked up and I was like, oh my gosh, your dog's so gorgeous. Can I say hi? And he's like, sure. And I'm like, I'm a communicator, I'm an animal communicator. And I get the old, oh, really? Oh, really? And everybody around was kind of like, really? I'm like, now, a year or two ago, this would have bothered the hell out of me. But now I'm like, whatever. I'm not here to change your opinion. And if you guys can get this, this is huge, because for 11s, we've lived our whole lives proving ourselves to people that don't see us, don't believe in us, don't understand us. And we get hurt, and then we get mad, and then we get pissed off and frustrated. And once you can get to this point and shift this to a different perspective, which is, I am not here to change your opinion of me. And I actually don't care what you think anymore. And I was the biggest people pleaser on the earth, and I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect. But what I am here to tell you is that in this instance, I don't give a crap. So I basically was like, whatever. And I bent down to the dog, and the dog like literally came up to me, put like right here. And I like, so here's me and here's the dog. And I'm like talking to the dog, my eyes are closed. And he goes, I've been doing this for 4 years. And I said it, been doing this for 4 years. And then he goes, nobody needs to tell me where to go. I know where to go. No, I don't need humans' help. And I said this, and they're all like, and then I was like, Yeah, and he loves doing this and he helps people. And I said, thank you so much. And it like charged me. I was so happy because that's what I do, right? When you're in alignment, you're happy. And everybody was like, oh, she can do that. And I saunter off like, yeah, bitches, I can do that. But that's how you guys need to get. We are here to help people. And you guys also know that we have a shadow side. And our shadow side lies in the fact that a lot of times we reject our own uniqueness. I did for like 30 years. Yeah. For 30 years, God said to me, you need to like start helping animals, helping humans. And I was like, yeah, I got to think about that. I'm not ready. I don't want to be on camera. I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm uncomfortable. What if people don't get me? All this stupid stuff. And you just have to get out of your own way. And it's not about me. It's about you. I'm here to help you. It's not about me. It's not about how anything about me at all, actually, because everything that I channel comes from God, from spirit, from the angels, from your ancestors, from my ancestors. So I'm just the person that pushes this information forward and helps you, right? And you're just as gifted as I am. I totally believe that 100%. If you're an 11, you're gifted. And welcome to the family. It's so cool. I thought for my whole life it was a curse. I really did. Because there's no manuals that come with this. Anyways, back to our shadow traits. We also doubt ourselves all the time, right? We resist the call of our soul. Why? Because of everything I just said. We're constantly pressured, right? So you may have racked nerves, you may have tensions, you're in high conflict situations, you may become hypersensitive and end up being temperamental. A lot of people have told me I'm temperamental. I can accept that. That's because I care and I give a shit. But, that's just the way we are. We're brilliant people and we're balanced, but we want to help as many people as we can. But for us, sometimes helping puts us in a pressure situation because it's like if you go into a party or go into a room, it's not like everybody else, right? We feel everybody's emotions. So if this person's angry and that person's happy, we feel that. And then a lot of us that don't have tools take that in and we go home with that. And then we act weird and we're like, why am I acting weird? And it's like, because you picked up somebody else's crap at a party and you have to learn how to unload that, to just let it flow through you. Just flow, flow, flow. Okay. So what I thought I'd do today was something different. I thought I'm going to do, I did 3 sets of cards today, all animal, obviously. And my question is, what is your truth right now? This is your perception of yourself. Okay. So how do you see yourself right now? I'm going to ask all the ancestors, please come forward. For anybody that's watching, this is a timeless video for the collective. And right now, they're showing me that almost every single one of you sees yourself as confused, angry, frustrated. Some of you are happy, but you don't know what to do next, or you don't know how to move into your power. A lot of you feel very disconnected from other people to the point where you just feel like I'm an island. I'm by myself all the time. I can be around a million people and I'm still alone. And I get that. I get it. I feel it. I'm the same way, which is why a lot of us need a lot of alone time to recalibrate, right? When you push away your gifts, you're pushing away yourself. When you're not integrated with your shadow self, you're also pushing away 50% of yourself. I'm going to do a video for you guys on this. I got to write this down because I have an extraordinary story to share with you about how my shadow self, how I found her, unlocked her, and exactly what she said to me. And it's a game changer in terms of your power, right? Your growth, and how this actual being helps you when you want to lock them away and not talk to them. Your perspective of yourself is limited capabilities. Even though you want to believe with all your heart that you can do anything you want, which you can, you still think, maybe not. Maybe there's some things I can't pull through to me. Maybe there's some things I can't manifest. Maybe I can do some, but not all. And again, if you believe that, whatever you believe is true, right? The animals wanted to, I got two cards for you. And the first one was Beaver Spirit. And it said, lay a solid foundation. This is what I teach everybody. For you to manifest anything, for you to have the life that you truly want, you need to have a foundation and frame anything that you want to bring into your life to go to your advantage, right? I know that sounds easy and it sounds super simple, but many of us don't do that. We just either go with the flow or we over prepare or we miss something, right? We miss the details, right? Because a lot of Scorpios, 11s too, we don't get like, we get caught in the weeds. We don't like that. Like I'm a hawk person, right? So I'm up here all the time and I can see all the perspectives. The details and stuff, not so much, right? Whatever your truth is what you're embracing. And if you're embracing that you're stuck, you can't see the path forward, you know you're talented, but you don't know how to use your talents and pull them out to help yourself and others, you will feel as though you can't move forward and get what you want and manifest what you want into your life. And that's a problem, right? Lay a solid foundation means, to me, call in your team. Learn how to meditate and call in your team. If you're not connected to your team or the divine or whatever you think is the highest deity, whatever works for you, you have lost your power, because as a human, you have limited power. When you deal with the ancients, they have everything, right? I mean, they're in the dimensions that are high and it's amazing. And you have access to them. And your ancestors are also saying, we're here to help you, but you need to call on us. It's just like the archangels. If you want to work with them, you need to call them forward. It's like Archangel Michael, please be with me now, right? The other card you got was the electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life, right? Sounds so simple, Julie, right? Obviously. But what's your perception of this? Do you think that you can bring your ideas to life? Do you think that they're realistic? Do you think that you can really manifest everything you want and you'll be happy using your gifts? Or do you think that you still need to go to work every day to a job you hate and just suck it up and just do it because you got to put food on the table? And I get that. But I guess I'm here to tell you there's a better way, because I did that for a long time. And here's the secret. And I'm going to tell you the secret. I'm going to get close to you. Here's the secret. The secret is you were born to do this. You were built to do this. This is what you do. You were built to be empathic. You were built to help other people. You were built to help animals. You were built to take difficult situations and make them easier for others and unravel them, because that's what we do, because we go deep. 11s go deep. I mean deep. Like, I haven't even put out any videos about, like, stuff that's going to be happening in the world in the next 5 years. I guess the bottom line is, what are you perceiving as your truth? Because whatever you perceive is how it really is, because you create your own reality, right? So why not create a reality that you absolutely love by laying a foundation that works and bringing your ideas to life, right? Second part, headspace. How do you process things? Man, I'm telling you, the animals wanted to talk today. They came right out. They were like, poof. Empaths, intuitives, HSPs, 11s, we are all in or we're all out, right? We don't do things like half-half. We think about things and we think about it from a lot of different angles, because we do want to frame it correctly and we do want to come out of the gate perfectly, even though there is no perfect, but we kind of believe in perfect. We're still working on that one. But how you process a lot of time can lead to some of these shadows, which are, again, your rejection of your own uniqueness. You're not the same as everyone else, but you crave to belong, right? Let me say that again. Your shadow lies in the rejection of your uniqueness. You are not the same as everyone else, but you crave to belong. That's my whole life in those two sentences, my entire life. And I bet yours too, because we are completely unique and different, but we have rejected ourselves because others have rejected us. So we reject our own uniqueness and put it away and don't deal with it. And we're not the same as everyone, but yet we want to be like everyone. But I'm here to tell you, don't be like everyone and don't reject your uniqueness and do the opposite of that. That's your shadow side. Flip it and embrace it. Embrace who you are, right? And start processing in your head. Yeah, I'm different. It's fine. I'm born this way. Use it to your advantage. See, instead of saying, I'm running on all cylinders tonight, you guys, this is awesome. When you think about it negatively, as in, I'm rejecting my uniqueness, I'm different. Freaking A, I'm different. Flip that shit like Astro World. Man, I can't get that sign on my head. Think about it as this. I'm unique, but I was built to do this. How about that? How about that? I'm unique, but I was built to do this. I can do anything because I'm unique. Right? When you're in alignment with what you're supposed to do and be, it's so easy. It's actually stupidly easy and fun, right? Time goes by fast. I spend so much time with clients. I need to have timers because I'll go for hours. And it's like, I got to stop. Like, but it's because I'm in my flow and it's not hard because this is what I was created to do. And you're the same. So here's what the animals want to say. How are you processing? What would be the best way to do this, right? Nightingale spirit, love is all around you. And every one of you looking at me right now and listening, I know for a freaking fact, either has believed or believes right now that you're alone. No one else has your back. And if they do, they may not understand you. And they may understand a little, but not fully, right? And that love is around, but might not be for me. Haven't seen a lot of evidence of that in the late, right? This is what I'm channeling for some of you. A lot of you feel this way. I'm getting from the collective. Because what's happening is from all of this pandemic situation and all this retrograde we've been having lately with 4 planets, it's brought a lot of your insecurities up to the surface or things that you need to work on so that why you can take them out and look at them and change your perspective and either decide, hey, either I'm going to work on this or you know what, I put it to bed and it's gone forever and I'm okay with it. It's not going to hurt me anymore, right? Love is all around you, from your archangels, from God, from whatever you believe in, from your ancestors, from your spirit guides, which are all animals. They're all there for you. You're not alone. You feel alone. I still feel alone sometimes, a lot of times, every day. Most of the time I can override that. But every time I talk to my guides, which is very often, right, the better I feel. You also got Panther Spirit. Oh, this is good. Reclaim your power. I can't make this up. Reclaim your power. How are you processing your next move in your head? Do you believe it's going to go through? Do you believe that it's not going to work? Take your power back. If you guys want me to do a video on teaching you how to claim your power for not only this life, but your future and all your past lives, let me know. That's what I do. Teach people how to do it. I do it myself all the time. It's super easy. Reclaim your power. Let me know. Leave me a comment. Lion spirit, be generous of spirit. I love this line. When you give, you know, I think about male lions, how they protect the pride, they protect the females. They'll fight to the death, right? Yeah, it's about their pride, but it's also about this is what they're built to do. You're the same. Your spirit is intact. The more generous you are with people, with others, with other beings, and other sentient beings, it doesn't matter what it is, the more amazing you're going to grow to be, right? That's what it's about. I don't care if you're in swimming with dolphins, which is amazing, amazing, or if you're with horses or dogs, whatever it is, or other humans, but you have an opportunity to affect all. But how you're thinking of this in your headspace, how you're seeing this come through, will this be successful or will I fail? Why would you think that you'd ever fail? All I know why, because I used to think that all the time. It's fear. And again, I'm going to go back to this again for you guys. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, I always say this. There's two doors. One is fear and one is faith, and you have to take faith. The only thing is 99% of you, including me, chose the fear door for their whole lives because they were told you can't do that. You cannot do that. You cannot use your brain. You're not smart enough. You're not gifted. You're not. I'm like, yes, I am. Yes, I fucking am. And so are you. Last but not least, what's the highest perception you have of what your gifts are, right? Do you believe in yourself? Whether you have a manual or not to your gifts, and you probably don't. What do you believe about yourself? Again, frame it to work for you. So you've got your perspective, right, from your brain. But what about from your ancestors, your guides, the higher realms? If you're in connection with them, in concert with them, they have something to say, right? Well, so do your animals. Frog spirit, clear out the clutter. So simple, but how often do you guys do it? Anytime you're going to start a project, anytime you're going to start like even just a video, whatever, I always have the same ritual, right? If you guys want to sage, I know everybody says that. I don't do it all the time, but if you're going to clear things out, for me, things have to be like in piles. I need to know where things are. I need to have a clear plan of what I'm going to say, have a game plan. It's kind of like you don't just show up to a basketball game if you're going to play and just be like, whatever, we're just going to go on the court and I don't know, see what happens. Let's throw the ball around. It doesn't work like that. I mean, yes, you can do that, but wouldn't it be so much better if we had a plan? And I know that, you know, you're extra tall and you can dunk it, but I'm not as tall, but I can throw the hell out of this thing to you and you can take it, right? Clear out the clutter from not only your house, your room, your mind. Okay. Vulture spirit. Again, what did I say? Nothing is wasted. Guys, I can't make this up. Nothing is wasted. Every experience that you have had has been a lesson. And if you can take the one simple truth from it, even though if it was hard or easy, I learned something. And whatever that grain of truth is, that is something you take forward with you and nobody can take that away from you. And it's knowledge and it's there to help others, right? Grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. I love that. Take a leap of faith. Again, let's go back to the doors, right? You're walking down a road. I've got fear. I've got faith. The door that's fear is dark. You know, because you've been down that road a million times, like the back of your hand, you know that road leads nowhere. There's demons on that road. There's frustration. There's anger. There's pity. There's, why did I do this? Second guessing yourself. What am I really? Why am I here? Frustration. Going in the loop over and over and over because you haven't learned the lesson. It's dark. But here's what your brain says. But I know the way. Somebody has to be picking this up tonight because I'm on fire. This is so good. Can't even make this up. Here's the faith door. It's like amazingly gorgeous. There's flowers all around it. And it's bright light coming out of it. This other door has like darkness behind it, like black. This door, light coming from all over the place. But you don't know what's on the other side of that door because you've not taken that door ever or very few times. And you're like, shit. This door is dark, but I know it's down here. And I know it's a loop and I'll come back out to the center here. This door over here, though, when you open it, it has everything you've ever wanted. Love, revenue, spirituality, just wholeness, acceptance of yourself, self-love, knowing that you're enough by yourself. You don't need anybody. And knowing that you actually love who you are. Because I would like to know how many of you love yourselves. Because most of the time I hated myself. And the stuff that I would say to myself, I would never say to anybody. I would never, ever say to anybody. Basically, I'm my own worst enemy. So which door are you going to take? Because your brain wants to protect you and say, choose the door you've always chosen, because you know it can get bad, but you'll always make it back. And you can think about this other one later. Meanwhile, months and years go by. And by taking fear and fear and fear, it's just a loop. And you've never learned the lesson, right? The lesson is choose faith. You don't know what's on the other side of that door, but light's coming out from underneath it. Maybe it'll be an adventure. As my dad said once, I personally always thought it was about the ending, right? Like I set a goal, you meet it, you set another goal, you meet it. That's the way I was brought up. You never coast, right? So you set your goal, you meet it, and then you're like, okay, well, now what? But is that happiness? Is there balance there? No. And then you need balance and harmony. Balance and harmony is with, listening to music, singing, doing something you love, being with animals, writing, journaling, whatever it is, right? Balance, harmony, right? When you choose the faith door, that joy, that abundance, and that self-love is priceless. Like there's no price on that, right? That exchange with that dog was everything to me. That was like that's like handing me $1 million. I was like, because I communicated with an animal and that animal gave me acceptance and love. And that's all I wanted. And I just, for that exchange, I wanted to just give the message from the dog to the people. And so it's a win-win-win for everybody, like I say, right? Last but not least, rabbit spirit. Now is a lucky time. I'm telling you, your cards flew out today, literally. I got 2, 3, and 3. Wait, what? Whoa, dude. I got 2, 3, and 4. When I shuffle the cards, they fall on the floor and I pick them up and I look at them real quick, but it's not like they register. I just say the messages first. I got 2, 3, and 4 cards in a row. And again, they were perception. What is your perception? What's your truth, right? Then your headspace, how are you processing? And then what's your highest perspective? Your highest perspective, clean out your clutter, start from, your foundation. Nothing is wasted. You have everything you need. Time to take a leap of faith because there's no better time than now. Why are you waiting? Stop waiting. Stop self-sabotaging like we all do. And now's a lucky time. You guys, I love you guys. I am one of you. And everything that you're going through, I'm going through or have gone through, and we're all at different spots. But the truth is, I want you to embrace the shadow side and flip it, which is, again, your shadow lies in the rejection of your uniqueness, right? You are not the same as everyone else, but you crave to belong. But here's the thing, when you flip that and you embrace your uniqueness and who you are, it doesn't matter anymore because other people will love you because you're amazing the way you are. All right, guys, I hope this helped you. Let me know if you think this is like a cool idea with the perception, the headspace, and the higher perspective. And I hope you guys are doing well and over the retrograde. All right, talk soon. Thanks.